she's going to read a story for us. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually have the story right up here so you can see as she reads, so she doesn't have to hold the book for you guys, okay? All righty. Do you want to sit down in the chair?
Yeah, but first let me say something.
Oh, sure.
First, I want to say good morning to everybody, and that I'm really, really happy to be here today because I've heard so many great things about the Lead Street School. And last week, your principal came to Concord, and she gave a really great presentation, and she talked about all the children in this school, and I said, oh, I just can't wait to get there next week. So Lead Street is a very special school, and you have very special teachers and parents in this community. And the other thing I want to tell you is that you may not know this, but Mrs. Lewandowski was one of my students. She was in class with me when she was in her first, second, and third year of college. And during that time, I got to know her, and the thing that she wanted to do the very most was to become a teacher. And I'm really proud of her. And I know that many of the people here might be thinking about being a teacher. So I hope that you're thinking about maybe one day being a teacher or a principal or a nurse or a doctor or an engineer. How many people are thinking about those things? Good, good. Let's everybody keep talking about those things and thinking about what you're going to do when you continue to go through your education. How many people are thinking about going on to college? Great. Oh, I'm very happy about that everyone's thinking about that. That's a good job. Okay, well, I'm really glad to be here today, and I hope I do a good job reading your story. And maybe later on you can talk with me a little bit. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, good. So the title of today's book is Now Hiring White House Dog. The author of the book is Gina Bazar and Renara Lehner, and it's illustrated by Andrew Day. One spring, in the most important house in the whole land, two sisters pressed their noses to a window and waited for a dog. Very soon, Mom and Dad said, but that was in January, and now it was April. And the girls were taking matters into their own hands. That morning, they brought markers to Dad's office and they made a sign, now hiring White House Dog, and stuck it on the White House lawn. All the dogs on Pennsylvania Avenue will see this, said the older sister. But will anybody want to be our dog? Asked the younger sister. With their noses in the window, they waited. Oh, how they longed for a woof, 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 a growl or a bark. Instead, they got a ding-dong. What could that be? Their mother cried from upstairs. The party doesn't start for another hour. Their parents were expecting 100 very important guests for dinner that night, but none of them were supposed to be dogs. Somebody, anybody, please answer the door, said Mom. We'll get it, said the girls, and they ran off. The first job applicant stood groomed and ready. Yip, yip, yip. My name's Minnie. Do you mind a dog that's skinny? I don't really like to play, but I'll sit on your lap all day. My kind of fun is a shopping run. A boa, a sweater, no matter what the weather. What do you think? I like pink. It worked. A dog was at the door. Could this dog be the one for them? Stay here, said the older sister. We'll be right back. Is it the Queen of England? Their mom called from the stairway. No, it's not the Queen of England, the girls called back. Before they can invite their guest inside, ding dong, a shaggy dog panted for their attention. Do you see him? Pleased to meet you. The name is Stan, said the dog. I'm the leader of this furry band. I'll round you up and lead you home. I'll never leave you to lose to roam. I've got top-notch skills and organization. I'll keep you prepared for any situation. Now the sisters were confused. Which dog should they bring inside? Please stay, said the older sister. We'll be right back. Is it the Grand Duke of Luxembourg? Their dad asked, strolling past from his office. No, it's not the Grand Duke of Luxembourg, the girls said. And before they could pick a dog, ding dong, this time there were 2 new dogs. The first stepped up and raised his nose. Whoo, my name's Jerome, and here's the point. I'm the best darned hound around this joint. I can sniff a treat from miles away. I know every smell in the USA. I'll find your socks and your homework too. I promise to look out for you. Then the sleek dog made a pitch. Arf, arf. I'm Grace, and I love to race. I love to jog and keep the pace. I also like relaxing. All that running can be taxing. Take me, I'm classy. I won't be sassy. The girls could hear their mom's footsteps overhead. We'll be right back, they whispered to the dogs and shut the doors. Is it the Dalai Lama? I'm right in the frame of mind for the Dalai Lama, their mom called down. No, it's not the Dalai Lama, they called back. And before they could decide what to do, what happened? Ding, dong. 3 more dogs were headed their way. The gold-collared one spoke up. Woof, woof. My name's Dwight. You need to check. I'm always right. I know it all from A to Z, from fetch to foreign policy. I'll be your friend and woo heads of state. Choose me now. Don't hesitate. Next, an odd pair came forward. Excuse me, my name is Lee, the little puppy began, but he was interrupted by his companion. My name's Jake, and let's be frank, I like my steak. That's why I'm so big and strong. When I'm around, nothing goes wrong. I'm at your service. I can start today. I'll keep those other dogs away. Grrr. Hold your tails. We'll be right back, said the older sister. Is it the Emir of Qatar? The mom asked. She was coming down the stairs. I'm ready now, she said. No, Mom, it's not the Emir of Qatar, they said, and leaned their backs against the doors. Oh, girls, you're not dressed for the party. Hurry upstairs and change. The sisters ran past their mom, past the gowns, laid on their beds, straight to the bedroom window. The dogs were still waiting, right on the White House lawn, right next to the sign that says, now hiring White House dog. Why did the party have to last so long? First, the parade of handshakes and curtsies. Next, a 6-course meal. Then talk, talk, talk. Would the dogs wait? They were still outside. Why do they always have to kiss people on both cheeks? Whispered the older sister as the last guest finally said goodbye. I'd rather be drooled on by a dog, said the younger sister, than someone kiss me on each cheek. No sooner had she said it than the house filled with barking dogs. The dogs had gotten inside. Do you think they're in trouble? Uh-oh. The girls dashed from the kitchen to the bedrooms to their bathroom, catching the dogs. At the door of their dad's office, they came to a stop. There stood their parents, snapping their foot on the floor. We can explain. You've always said we can do anything we, chew. Everyone jumped at the sneezes except for one little puppy who edged his way forward. Pardon me, my name is Lee. It's clear you've got an allergy. I don't want to brag or boast, but I've got this fur that's unlike most. You'll never sneeze with me around. I learned this fact while I was at the pound. A puppy for your family, just say you will consider me. The girls rushed over to Lee. Can we keep him? Can we keep him, please? After all this effort, how could we refuse? The dad said. But what about the other dogs? The girls asked. Well, we can't keep all of them, but I have a plan, the father said. He put an ad in the Washington Gazette, the local newspaper. Organized dog hired for chief of staff. Tough dog hired for secretary of defense. Scent sniffing hound hired for secretary of Homeland Security. Diplomatic dog hired for secretary of state. Personal shopper hired for the secretary of commerce. And fast dog hired for the secretary of transportation. Tails were wagging all over Washington. All the dogs had found a home, and one very special puppy was sworn in as the top dog of the White House. Who can answer this question? Raise your hand. Who was the father that they were talking about?
President Obama.
President Obama, exactly. That's right. That's very good. And who was the mother? Michelle Obama. Very good. Can someone tell me something about our president? Yes.
He's the first African-American president ever to be in office.
Isn't that wonderful? The first African-American president to be in office. We're very, very lucky in our country. Can someone tell me something about Michelle Obama? Yes.
I know something about their dog.
Oh, okay. Tell me something about their dog.
Their dog's name is Bo.
Their dog's name is Bo. Good. Very good. Do you know what kind of dog it is?
I know it's the same little puppy in the story.
Same little puppy. Good. Very good. Can someone tell me something else about what's happening at the White House? Do you remember something? No? No? What's one of the things that you think our president should be taking care of for us? Yes.
The economy.
He should be taking care of the economy. Very good. Yes.
Healthcare.
He should be taking care of health care. Great. Yes.
Shelter.
Shelter? Very good. What about shelter?
For people who have homes to live in.
Oh, that's very good. Taking care of the homeless in the country. That's really very good. Excellent. Can someone tell me something else? Yes.
To help Haiti.
To help Haiti? Very good. Boy, this fourth grade really knows a lot about what's going on. That's excellent. Very good. Does anyone have any questions for me? Do you have one? You can answer.
I have a comment. I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thanks. Yes.
Did President Obama thought of making a book about his dog?
Oh, that's a great question. Did President Obama think about writing a book for his dog? He didn't write this book, but I think that when if you remember back on television, we kept seeing that when President Obama and Mrs. Obama and the girls came to the White House, they really wanted to get a dog. So I'm sure somebody who's a very creative writer thought that would be a great book.
And it's called White House Dog.
And it's called White House Dog, and that's a really good question. I bet everybody in this room here, every time you think about something that's very interesting, you could probably write a great story about it. So the next time you see something or you hear something that's really interesting, write a story. And you never know if it'll get published. You can send it to me and we'll see if we can get it published for you. Okay? Yes?
I'm writing a story.
Oh, what's your story?
Dirt Magic, the Snake Eye.
That's a great title. Dirt Magic, the Snake Eye. Can you tell us about it?
Jade's moving out to California, and she wants to go to the park for the last time in Colorado, and she's asking her mom, and her mom says yes to her, and then they walk her dog to the park with her, and then they end up staying a while longer for a couple of more days till they want to move out.
That's great. Excellent. Very good story. I think you could probably work on that. That's a good one. Get it published. That would be good. Someone else have a story? Yes.
I'm also writing the story. It's called Borderlands.
Say it again.
Borderlands.
Okay. Borderlands.
It's about there's like these 4 treasure hunters, and they try to find the most treasure anyone found in the world inside this one little tiny vault. And it takes about like a year to find it. It's kind of cool.
Great. That sounds like a real adventure story. That's great. Very good. Did you have a story?
Yeah, I'm writing on one called Mystical Wish because this kid, he's in a hotel and he goes back in time, but he messes up the time period. So he has to fix it in order for time to continue. So he uses the help of some of his friends to get the time period restored. But I haven't finished it. I'm working on it.
Excellent. Wow. I can't believe all these great stories that students are working on. Do you have one? Okay.
How long have you lived?
Commissioner? Let's see. This is the beginning of my 9th month. I started 9 months ago. Okay. Good. Yes.
Do you enjoy being with children?
Do I enjoy being with children? I love being with children. I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and I was a 1st grade teacher, and I taught in high school, and I taught in college. So I really love it. And now I have a brand new baby, 6-week-old little baby granddaughter. And so she's very, very special. And I have a 3-year-old granddaughter, and I spend as much time as I can with them. Yes?
I'm writing a book too. It's about my dog Rosebud, and how I got her. Because I wouldn't have gotten her unless it was for my other dog, Maddie. And she's how it continues. But I tried to evolve this story to make it better.
That's great. Did you hear that? He was writing a story, and he tried to evolve the story so it would continue to get better. That's an excellent, that's very good. Good. Yes?
Do you know how many schools you've been to and read to?
How many schools have I been to? I think that I've been to just, let's see, about 23 schools. But this is the first time I've been to a Nashua school. So I'm really excited that Lead Street was my first school that I came to. And now I'm going to leave with very good impressions about your school. I'm going to be telling everyone all over the state. Yes?
What is your favorite book?
My favorite book? Children's book?
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a Nightmare in My Closet. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I've been reading that to my little granddaughter, and she's been having nightmares. But since we've been reading that book, she's been laughing a lot more, that there's no such thing as a nightmare. Yes. Yes?
Is your work hard?
Excuse me?
Your work.
Is my work hard? My work is very important because it's really trying to help the children in the state of New Hampshire have a good education. So sometimes there's very long days, and sometimes there's people that don't really understand how important education is. So everybody in this room can help people to understand how important education is, all of you children. Okay? So sometimes it's hard. Any other questions? Yes?
How long do you stay at your work?
In a day, or do you mean how long do I stay for a day, or usually about 14 hours a day, which get up at 5:30 and usually get home about 9, 10 o'clock at night, some nights. Like Like all of your principals and your superintendents, they do the same exact thing. And the teachers, they work till really late at night and they bounce out of bed in the morning to get here. So, yes?
If you were doing this job, what would your second job be?
If I wasn't doing this job, then I would go back to being a teacher. I really liked being a teacher. I liked being with kids. That was a good question. Thank you. Yes?
How long do you stay as the Commissioner of Education?
Okay. It's what's called a political appointment. The governor of New Hampshire appoints a person, and it's for 4 years. And then if the governor continues to be governor, he could ask me again, if I was doing a good job, if I would be willing to stay. But it's only 4 years.
Well, you guys did a great job. I'm really, really proud of you. You guys showed what Ledge Street is all about and the pride we have here. Can we all say thank you very, very much?
Thank you. Thank you. Now, do you make your trip to Concord?
They just went.
Oh, they did. Oh, good, 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 good.
Do you want to grab your water?
Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Right, thank you, boys and girls.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much.